Guys, it's Jared, and after some considerable thought, it's time for some life changes. Decided over the last couple days to change my dietary habits and things I eat. And one of the things I'm going to start doing is I'm changing over to a poultritarian. If you're unfamiliar with a poultritarian, it's as the name suggests. It's basically a vegetarian with the allowance of chicken and fish. The reason being is that red meat products and pork products aren't entirely healthy for your system. I know that there's many people that will argue that you get certain things from red meat and certain things from pork, but I'm not doing this as a reason for... I'm doing this for my health. I've got a lot of problems internally that I need to fix, and a lot of wake up every morning, I'm tired, I just don't go through my day normal, and it's rather difficult to really explain the reason as to why. But I've decided to try to become a poultritarian and give it a try for a little while. I had a friend that tried it for about a month, and only by changing his dietary habits, he lost about 15 pounds and was a lot more healthier and was able to do more things, felt energized when he woke up, that kind of thing. So I said I'd give it a try, and I've been on it 2 days, not much time, but I figure it's a great way on my blog that each week I'll give you guys an update as to how it's going. So the first 2 days have been rather interesting. Of course, over the weekend we had a little family get-together. So it was a little hard because I did eat a pork rib or two. They were really good. But that was kind of my last hurrah in my own way. I know that you're kind of allowed some amounts of pork and beef, but for me, for now, I really want to cut it out. So I'm changing some meal habits that I usually have. I am changing my routine from a 3-meal through the day kind of thing to about a 5. But 4 of those meals are more snacky, and 1 of them is an actual meal. I will start my day off kind of with fruit, starting with like apples and bananas and a yogurt. This morning for me it was yogurt and banana. And that lasted me for a good little while, up until about 10 o'clock when I took my protein shake, where I could gather the needed nutrients that I'm going to need throughout the rest of the day. And I felt really great up until lunch. I wasn't even hungry. Around lunch I started getting a little peckish, but nothing too bad. But I felt energized throughout the entirety of the morning, which is really rare for me. So it was kind of nice. It was a small change that I've already noticed. It's only been 1 or 2 days, but some things you definitely feel how you eat. For lunch, I actually had a 6-inch Subway vegetarian sub that I loaded with lettuce, tomato, black olives, jalapenos, and a tiny bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of chipotle sauce to give it some taste, and provolone cheese. Wasn't bad at all. It was very, very delicious sub. And I got part of that is I've also kicked out soda. So I got a 20-ounce water, and they had a couple of these. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically food processed juice. And I've had a couple of sips of it so far, like 2. And it's not that bad at all. It tastes very good, and I think my goal is that after a couple of weeks, if I continue to stick with this diet, I will eventually pick up a food processor, process my own juices, and kind of add some sort of a fruit juice mixture into my day that I can use to get the vitamins and the minerals and the everything that you get from the fruit. I really need to start focusing more on eating healthier foods like fruits and vegetables. So with that, my day goes through that. I go through lunch, and then I have a kind of a between lunch and dinner snack, which will essentially consist of a granola or a granola bar or some form of fiber intake for the day. I also will be adding kombucha to my diet, which will I'm not a giant fan of kombucha. My wife makes it, and I'm not a big fan of the taste. But to add that normalcy to my day, I'm going to add kombucha to my diet as well. And then dinner, of course, will be a mixture of essentially salads, meatless meals, and if it's got meat, it's going to be chicken and fish, or rather chicken or fish. And if there's any dessert, which has also been probably my hardest thing, because I enjoy ice cream, I enjoy pies, all that stuff, but I need to cut out my meals a little bit. So if I'm going to have dessert, popcorn is good for you, and I can suffice with kettle popcorn or something like that. So I'm making a major change to my diet, and the reason why I'm doing this isn't entirely for myself. I'm doing it because I want to be a good husband for my wife. I want to be around for a long time to take better care of her. And I've got a 4-year-old son who already is faster than me. And I want to be able to keep up with my son and have more fun with my son. And that's hard to do when after a couple seconds of doing anything, I'm sitting there, I'm panting, I'm out of breath, I'm tired, and it's just not conducive to a good family relationship to me. I need to be able to keep up with my family, and I can't do that the way I am now. So I'm starting my video log officially for my poultritarian thing by starting off from 6'4". I'm about 300 pounds, about 298 last time I weighed myself, which was Friday. So I'm starting at 298 pounds. I'm hoping after a month to see maybe a 10 to 15 pound difference just by changing what I eat. I do want to start adding in more exercise. I'm going to have an office job. I work almost all the time. So it's hard for me to get any exercises that I need to continue strength training and getting my endurance up and everything. And so I'm going to start off there. I'm going to slowly start adding exercises in my day, changing the way I eat, adding in more healthy drinks and snacks throughout my day, which will keep me energized, and staying away from unnecessary, unhealthy foods such as what you get out of vending machines. So the direction I'm going right now is that I want to be healthy, I want to be happy. And this isn't kind of like the normal diets where you sit there and you say, well, I'd like to be, I'm going to start a diet, and then your brain doesn't mentally kick into it, and it doesn't do it, and you don't actually go through with the diet. And I think part of a diet isn't just the physical aspect. What are you eating? What are you exercising? The other part of it, I think, is, are you mentally there? Are you mentally willing to take that undertaking? Can you mentally follow through with everything that you want to do? So for me, mentally, right now, I'm totally there. I want to be able to make this a true thing in my life. I want to live a happier, healthier life. So I'm mentally there. I'm ready to do this, and I'm told my brain's telling my body, we're not doing junk anymore. We're not going to eat the junk food anymore. We're going to lower your portion control. We're going to look out, stay away from the vending machines, all that good stuff. I'm trying this out with a full heart, with a full open mind, trying to change the way that I eat, the way that I feel, the way that I live my life. And it's not just for my family now. It's, I'm doing this because I want to live a long time. I want to be there for everything that happens. And so I'm making that decision. And just the last couple days of actually doing it today alone, I felt great. Last night, I only got about 5.5, maybe 5 hours of sleep. And I actually felt refreshed this morning when I woke up, which was really odd for me, because unless I get about 7-8 hours of sleep, I feel like crap. So mentally, I think that's what did it for me last night, was the whole mental aspect of it all, because I wasn't in full swing for the food. Today I am. Today I'm in the full swing. I've already started my day. I plan on, tomorrow I'm going to hard boil some eggs tonight to prepare for tomorrow. So after my yogurt and my fruit breakfast, I'm going to have a hard boiled egg to kind of kickstart my day tomorrow to help me go out. And if that continues to work, then I'll know my breakfast routine is working properly. My lunch routine will mainly consist of salads or small sandwiches. It's mainly going to be a green meal. I'm going for primarily the green meal. If I have to have it in a sandwich format like today, I did the veggie sub, and that's what I'll do. For my breaks, it's either going to be a granola-based item or more fruits, essentially. And that's how I'm going to keep going throughout my workday to hopefully keep the kickstart for my system going. I've taken up archery, as I've said before, something I used to do a long time ago. I got back into it, and already I can tell I've been feeling my core muscles are a lot stronger, which is really good. That was the whole purpose, is, you know, focus on something I enjoy doing. Takes me away from the computers too, and now I can focus on core exercises for my system. So I'm picking up that. I've got some friends that want to start playing basketball. I'm going to kick that up again, or pick that up again. And that's just the route I'm going to go. So for me, healthy-wise, this is the direction I'm taking. Excuse me. Each week I will continue to update you guys on Mondays to let you know how it's going so far. I may not give you my weight numbers every week because there may not be a significant change each week. You know, 1 or 2 pounds ain't going to be much of a difference. But by the end of the month is when I'm probably going to give my actual weight number. So if I'm 298 now, today's October 1st. So my goal is by November 1st, I'll be 288, 280, 85, 283, somewhere in that range. So that's my goal. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to keep kicking with that. As for the regular news side for the channel, I uploaded my first Torchlight 2 video today. I've got another one ready to go for tomorrow. I've got a couple Borderlands 2 videos that are already made, ready to be uploaded each day as I go. I know I missed a couple days again last week, but there were some things that needed to be addressed last weekend that I needed to change, and one of those being my diet. So, channel-wise, things are back in full swing. We are going to continue with the channel as always, and I will be uploading more videos as I go. Any other news that I know of is right now, Toys R Us is running a BOGO sale for Legos. I'm a major geek for Legos, so if you go over to ToysRUs.com, they've got a deal for Lego sets, buy one, get one 40% off. However, it excludes certain sets, kind of happens. But it's a cool deal. I like those deals. Newegg's running a couple flash deals right now that are pretty good. And I think for the archery nerd in anybody, Lancaster Archery is still selling the Capital Bowls, the Capital bows, the ones that were used, the replica bows from Hunger Games. The bow itself, I'll actually post a link over to Kutra's channel if nobody's ever seen that, of him actually doing a small review of it, and it's a really good bow. It's only about $75, so it's not a bad price bow, and the quality of the bow from what I've seen is really good, enough so that I eventually eventually will think about picking up another one myself. I'd like to get one myself. So I'll shoot a link over to there. I'll shoot a link over to Toys R Us's page. Excuse me again. And guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll keep you guys updated. See you next week.